Hey folks, Farmer Marshall here, and I'm here to share with you how you can start your seeds indoors and do it on a budget. Now let me preface this by saying some seeds really don't need to be started indoors. So if you're going to do beans, peas, watermelon, squash, zucchini, cucumbers, those are great to just go on and sow them in the ground. But there are many seeds that do much better if you sow them indoors in seed starting trays. And that's really what I'm focused on today. Now, when it comes to seeds, it's something that you really need to understand. A seed has everything it needs to grow as long as it has oxygen, moisture, and the right temperature. It doesn't need fertilizer. It doesn't need all fancy mixes. Please remember that for later on in the video. And if you don't believe me, try this experiment. Take some bean seeds, put them on a damp paper towel, fold that paper towel up, put it inside a plastic bag so it doesn't lose moisture, and set it on the kitchen table for a few days. And wait and see if those seeds don't germinate. In fact, it's funny because last year I was soaking some beans like they suggest you do, soaking for 24 hours. Well, life took over. And 4 days later, I looked at the seeds and they had all germinated. Moisture, oxygen, and temperature. Of course, you're not going to grow your seedlings on a paper towel. I normally use a seed starting mix. And frankly, I don't see much difference from one to another. So yeah, I think they're pretty much all the same. Now, given those realities, I'd just rather make my own seed starting mix. Remember, I told you I was going to show you how to start your seeds on a budget. I'm not cheap, I'm just frugal. Now, my recipe for seed starting mix is very simple. In fact, it's almost foolproof. It only uses 3 different ingredients. Now, part of the reason why I call this pretty much foolproof is because it uses many of the same ingredients that the seed starting mixes sell you. But they mix them together and they package them up all nice and pretty and charge you more for them. Now, when you look at my seed starting setup, you can see a lot of different things that you find in the stores. A lot of things that you need, but there's certain things that you don't need, like plant food, not necessary. Bone meal, not necessary. Organic gardening soil, no, not necessary. Then my first ingredient is peat moss. It's sterile, it has moisture retention property, and it's organic. Now, there is some controversy about whether or not it's sustainable or not. So some people use coco coir, which is the husk from coconuts, which serves the exact same purpose as peat moss. However, it doesn't have quite the moisture retaining qualities of peat moss. But for me, I'm going to use what I have, and in the future, I'm probably going to be buying coco coir. And my second ingredient is perlite, which is a natural volcanic gas that's often used in gardening because of its lightweight and porous nature. It provides aeration and drainage that helps with healthy plant development. It looks kind of like broken up styrofoam. And if you've ever bought a pre-potted plant at the store, you probably notice those little white pebbles. That's perlite. That's perlite. Now, my third and final ingredient is vermiculite. It's naturally occurring. It's an earth tone material that helps prevent overwatering and root rot. It's also added to the garden to improve quality soil. Vermiculite is often added to the garden soil to improve soil quality, especially if it's had wet soil. And it's a key ingredient with many good starting mixes, such as the one we're going to do today. One word of warning with perlite: since it is a volcanic glass, the dust particles could cause issues for you if you inhale them. So I know we're all tired of being told to put on the mask, but in this case, I think you really should put on a mask, no matter what you believe about the stuff before. So let's grab some seeds and get ready to get to planting. Yeah, I know, I got a lot of seeds. I might have a problem. So here's my inexpensive seed starting mix that's basically using the same things that many pre-made seed starting mixes use. I'm taking 15% perlite, 15% vermiculite, so that's 1.5 cups of each, which makes 30%. And then I take 7 parts, peat moss. Mix that all up. Hey folks, if you're still watching, I really do appreciate it. And if you find value in this video, do me a favor, share it out like a good harvest to your family, your friends, and fellow members of the YouTube gardening community. And while you're at it, since we're talking about planting seeds, why don't you plant a seed and hit that like button? It really helps this channel grow. Now for me as a gardener, the harvest season is one of the most important seasons of all. But my most important harvest is you. So please hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. That way you'll be here next time I have something going on in the garden. Now you can use this mix for a seed starting mix, but you can also use it for starting cuttings. These fig cuttings are going in next. Yeah. So there you have it. But you're not done yet because you have to take care of those seeds before they germinate and after they germinate, and take care of those seedlings. So I do have a video up here that tells you the top seed starting mistakes that people make when they're trying to start growing from seed. Take a look at that. Thanks for stopping in, and let's get out there and get a little dirty. Yeah.